my Medicaid probably will not be approved till the first of the year. I have been trying to research information that would help me in the meantime, because until my Medicaid is approved, I'm not going to be able to go to the doctor because my doctor wants half payment up front. That, and I really don't have a way to get there, and I don't have the funds to get me transported there. My walking has been okay. I know I need to get into therapy. I need to start getting some of these things moving forward. Part of it's why I created this fundraising page. Much of the reason why I don't even get out of my apartment is, number one, I don't have any money to spend, nor is there much going on in Northville for me to interact my mind with. Being online, I find a lot of things that interest me. I by no means slowing down in that regard. I have a lot of interest, especially a few years back, I had a concussion, so I had interest in some of the things that the people who are involved with concussions are go on about. So in the same regard, I have a similar interest in some of the treatments or dietary things that are going on with ataxia. What I've been able to surmise is that for many people who have ataxia, gluten intolerance seems to be a thing. For me, an Irish American, I grew up loving bread, and being in recovery, one of my things was don't drink alcohol, drink pop. You have to stay away from that. You also have to stay away from dairy, which can be difficult. Sugars are definitely no-no, and I've been able to do pretty good with that over the couple of months since I've been grounded from driving. Occasionally, I'll have something sweet, but in general, I try to stay clear of it. Salt is also another no-no. Getting old sucks. I have to give up a lot. I've been having to give up a lot of things that I really love, and from a young age, I've had a love of sweets. I learned to kind of get away from that in the last couple months. Occasionally, I will make cookies. I've cut down on my sandwiches. I need to completely cut that out, but in order to do that, I have to start looking at other things. Bread is inexpensive, but it's not good for you really. And so I'm trying to look at recipes that might be more beneficial for me. I find myself eating a lot more pork, a lot more chicken. I do eat some burgers. Uh, I've been eating more macaroni um, and cheese, and I've been trying to cut down on things, but I need a definite diet plan. Um, so I'm, you know, with my GoFundMe, this is part of my plan to get myself going. And once I get into the doctors and they put me on a dietary plan where it can actually improve me and do some therapeutic things to help my balance. I'm not real poor with walking, but I can't go great distances. Last week, the AT&T store where I have my phone account is only 3 miles away, which is not to me a big distance. But I got about halfway there, and I couldn't go any further. Part of it is there's no real walkway going to the phone store. So I was walking grass, and my balance on that is really poor. And I just couldn't see myself making that trip any further than what I did. So I ended up calling a cab. They took me there. I paid the phone bill, and they brought me back home. 6 miles round trip. I made about a mile and a half, maybe. Um, Greatly appreciative of anyone who makes any kind of donation to just kind of get me through this time until my Medicaid is implemented. A lot of the information that I've been given, was kind of parsed out, and uh, I had to do some research on my own, get the Medicaid going, which I just applied for. And having been out of work for about a month, it would have been nice for somebody to be helpful and give me all the information I needed rather than expecting me to read it, having never been on the government payroll or government services in my adult life. It's a change for me. So anything you can do to help me along, any donations will be greatly appreciated. And have a happy holiday. I hope your Thanksgiving was good, and hopefully your Christmas is blessed. I just want to get to the point where I can be somewhat self-sufficient. I know that I'm getting older, and there are certain things I'm no longer going to be able to do, but I'd like to recoup some of my balance and be able to be a little bit more uh, integrated with life instead of isolated like I am now. So anything you can do for me, I greatly appreciate that. Until the next update, thank you.